Will here again. In this video, I want to walk you through what your recording session in the studio will be like. Now we're going to move quickly in the recording session, so please take a few minutes to watch this video so you'll know what to expect and how to use the tools that we'll have in the studio. We'll have folks there to help you if you need help, so no worries if you don't get everything right away. We hope that this preview of the studio will help you feel more comfortable and get excited to record. Let's talk about the flow of your recording time. First of all, please arrive 15 minutes before your scheduled time. You can park on the street and walk up the driveway. We'll have seating for you in an open-air waiting area, also called my garage. So get comfortable, do some light warm-ups, meet your fellow singers, use the restroom, and fill your water bottle if you need. When it's time to record, we'll take you into your room. Be sure to bring your water bottle and your mask with you. We'll unmask to record, but if someone is in the room with you, we'll ask you both to put on your masks. Now this is what the main room of the studio looks like, and that's where I'll be. When you record, you'll be in one of 4 smaller ISO booths, or isolated rooms that keep the sound and the air inside. We have 4 rooms, A, B, C, and D. Rooms A and B both have windows into the main room, so you'll be able to see me. Rooms C and D don't have windows, but you and I will be able to see each other with cameras and small monitors on your music stand. It's important that you be able to see me because I'll be conducting you while you sing. In the recording session, you'll be singing along with the band and the guide vocal from the MP3s that you've been practicing with. And once the recording sessions are over, I'll put all 40 or 50 singers' vocal recordings together, and we'll actually sound like a full choir. It's pretty cool. When you go into your room, there will be an X on the floor for you to stand on. This will put you at the right distance from the microphone. Once you're standing in your spot, we'll adjust the mic up or down so that it's in front of your mouth. And you'll see that there's a big fabric disc between you and the microphone. This is called a pop filter, and it stops bursts of air from getting into the mic and causing problems. We switch these pop filters out between singers and we sanitize them. Now, it's easy to get nervous with a microphone in front of you. So I suggest you do your best to just forget the mic is there and just imagine yourself singing in your favorite space with your favorite people to your favorite people. And finally, you'll put on your headphones. Headphones are an important part of the recording process. They let you hear what you need to hear to sing your best while also keeping everything else out of the microphone except your voice. In your headphones, you'll hear the band with the lead vocal, your own voice, and the guide vocal for your voice part from the MP3s that you've been practicing with. And between takes, you'll also be able to hear me and your fellow singers talking. Now, studio headphones cut off sound from the outside world. If you've got headphones on, you won't be able to hear your voice in the room. You'll hear your voice in the headphones, but that's an unusual feeling if you're not used to it. So I always suggest to singers that they move one headphone partially back, like this, so that you can hear the sound of your own voice in the room. Most singers find that this is really helpful. Now that you're set up to record, we'll start the recording session. In the first 10 or so minutes of the session, we'll spend a little time warming up and getting oriented to this unusual singing situation. Why would we need to get oriented? Well, think of singing in the studio as being like singing in a new room or a different sanctuary. It just takes a few minutes to get used to it, but your ears and your brain adjust pretty quickly. Before you come in, we'll have set up your headphones so that what you're hearing should work pretty well for you. But if you decide that something about what you're hearing in the headphones isn't working for you, you'll actually be able to adjust the sound yourself. Wouldn't it be great if we could do that in real life? And you'll make those adjustments with the controls on a device called a personal mixer that your headphones are plugged into. Let's take a look at that mixer now. So this is the personal mixer that you'll use to control what you hear in your headphones. Just take a second and take a look at it. Lots of buttons, a couple of knobs. You'll see some brown tape here that's just covering up some controls that you won't need. It looks pretty complicated. There's actually only a couple of buttons or knobs that I want to tell you about. The first knob I want to show you is the easiest one. It's labeled volume. This knob works just like the volume knob on your car stereo. When you turn it, you make everything in your headphones louder, or you make everything in your headphones softer. So this knob controls the overall volume. And really, this may be the only knob you want to touch. Again, we've got the sound set up for you so that it will work for most people, and you may just want to make everything louder or softer, and that's totally fine. But if you want to, you can also make adjustments to the loudness of individual parts or voices. For example, you might like the overall volume of your headphones, but just want to make your guide vocal louder or softer, or turn up or down the sound of your own voice in the headphones. To do that, you're going to use this knob, which is labeled INDIV, which stands for individual. This knob lets you adjust just one sound or track at a time to make just that sound louder or softer. So let's watch this in action. We're going to listen to a little bit of If I Can Help Somebody. Okay, I'm going to press play. You'll hear the song come in first, and then you'll hear the bass guide vocal come in. And so the first thing I'll do is I'll adjust the overall volume up and down so that you can hear what that sounds like. It's just like the volume knob on your car stereo. And then I'll adjust just the bass guide vocal. So you'll hear that the rest of the song volume doesn't change. The song stays at the same level. It's just that bass guide vocal that is getting louder or softer. And I'm going to do that using push the bass button and then adjust the individual knob. Okay? Let's try it. Here we go. Here comes the bass guide.
And my living shall not be in vain. Then my living shall not be in vain. If I can help somebody as I do.
Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but instead of the bass guide vocal, I'm going to adjust just my vocal.
And my living shall not be in vain. Here's my live vocal that I'm singing right now. Then my living, and now I'm going to turn the volume down so you can't hear me anymore.
So I can adjust it back up to where it's comfortable. And now I can hear myself. But remember, taking one headphone off is also good. So when you make these adjustments, we call that adjusting your own personal mix. And that word mix just means the relative volumes of the different tracks that you're hearing. So you may hear me ask in the session, how's your mix? And what I mean is, are you hearing everything that you want to hear and at a good volume for you? It's really important that you are comfortable with your mix because that's going to help you feel and sing your best. So if you need help adjusting your mixer, just ask, and one of us will be able to come in and help you. So that's how to use the personal mixers to change your own personal mix. You can make adjustments to your mix at any time in the session. So now back to our recording. In the first 10 minutes of the session, we'll sing through Good Trouble 3 times. The first time to give you some time to get used to the feeling of singing in headphones and to start adjusting your mix if you need to. And then 2 times through, or 2 takes, when we'll actually record. After Good Trouble, we'll sing the remaining 6 songs 2 times each. That is a lot to cover in an hour, so we will move quickly. And that's why it's important to know your music really well. But you're going to make mistakes. We all do. You might sing a wrong rhythm, you might miss a word, you might run out of breath. When you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. Just keep going. Don't worry about it. This is why we get 2 takes of each song. But while we're talking about this, I want to tell you the most important thing you need to know about recording. And that's this. You need to sing with your beautiful, blendable choral voice and with a full heart. Give us the meaning, emotion, and intention of the song as you feel it, and sing it as if you're blending your voice with all of your section mates and the whole choir. With my studio tools, I can adjust lots of things pretty easily. If you miss a word, I can just take it out. I can move rhythms around, and I can even fix pitch problems. But I can't create emotion. That needs to come from you. So, with each song, picture the people you're singing with in your choir and the people you're singing to in the congregation. Put yourself back in that beautiful sanctuary, imagining your sound filling the hall or quietly drawing listeners in. Take a minute to imagine who it is that you're singing to that most needs to hear these songs and sing to them. And get into these songs. You can move around if you want to. Dance, move your arms. Just be sure to stay in front of the microphone and remember that clapping or snapping will get into the mic. So don't snap or clap. Let's just hear your voice. And we're going to give you a sheet that you can fill out where you can let us know which of the 2 takes you think that we should use. And after we sing each song, you'll mark your favorite take on the sheet. Now, there's no need to overthink this. Just choose the one you felt better about, especially thinking about the meaning of the song and how well you feel you did in conveying that meaning with your beautiful choral sound. And if you decided to sit out a particular song and not sing it, no problem. Just let us know that on the sheet by drawing a line through that song. So you might be wondering where your voice recording goes after you sing your part. Well, here's a quick view of what I see on my screen when you sing. It's a lot, right? So each of these tracks, these horizontal tracks, is one of your vocal parts. And this track up here is the lead vocal. And then these tracks are instruments. We've got the piano part, we've got the bass part, and we've got drums here. So I can see in the sound wave that we're looking at where someone is getting softer, like here, and louder, like over here, these big blobs. And I put all of these recordings, all of these sound waves together to make a full recording. And I can easily shift and change these sound waves around, and it's not hard for me to fix mistakes in timing or pitch or even wrong words. But again, none of my studio tools can create emotion. That needs to come from you. Thanks for watching this video. I'm really looking forward to getting to work with each of you on this amazing project. I think we're going to have a lot of fun and create something really meaningful. So thanks so much, and see you soon.